Okay, guys. This is kind of a bummer for us because you guys do not get to participate in our annual seventh grade reality day that we have every year. It's usually a big event. It's an all-day event. We usually have a bunch of parents come in and different people from the community come in, and you get to participate in all kinds of things to start looking towards your futures. All right, and what you really want to do. So what we tried to do is scale it down a little bit. Um, and so this is kind of more of a hands-on activity. And when I send this out this week, your response, I would love to hear back from you. Just general talk about this whole thing and maybe something you learned from it. I don't necessarily will not necessarily need you to send me this thing back, um, but I would just love to hear from you and maybe something you learned about this whole thing and what the grown up world is really like. All right. And so this is something I would definitely encourage you to sit down with your families because the more you can get your parents involved with this, the more you're going to take from it. And the more you understand the whole concept because some of you might not even have an idea. But these are all things you guys would have been doing during our reality day because it was a whole day thing. Um, and we would have given you lots of opportunities to practice this stuff. But unfortunately, we can't do that. So, what we would like to do is have you here. So, a couple things. First and foremost, all right. Um, First thing I want you to look at is what are you interested in doing in the future? Okay, doesn't matter. College, military, state highway patrol academy, any of those things are viable things to do. We need people to fill all those voids. However, what I would like you to do, we've given you a link right here. Okay. And there's different ways for you to research your careers. So just look up some things you might be interested in. All right. And a couple things I want you to check. Number one, all right, what's the future like? Okay. We are changing quickly. So there are jobs that might be important right now. Okay. But by the time you guys graduate from high school or college, they may not be. Prime example, creating a website. All right. 12 years ago, 13 years ago, being able to build a website was something that was important to people. People would pay you to do that. Now, I can go on and build my own website in 5 minutes. All right. Not important anymore. Okay. So when you look at these careers, look for the future. All right. Is it still going to be important in 15 years when you guys graduate? Okay. And of course, everybody's big question is all right, how much money can we make? Okay. Obviously, you want to check that out. And the other thing I want you to look at is what about college? All right. Do you need to go to a big school like Ohio State, a 4 year school? Some jobs you don't. Some jobs you can go to Hocking College for a couple years, get what you need, and you're good to go. Some careers you can go to Tri County. Okay, you don't even need to go to college. So definitely check those three things off when you're at that website. All right. Are these three things going to be important? Okay, start to map a little bit. All right, start to map. Okay. What else we All right, so now we get to have a little fun. Okay, so now we're going to pretend like you have a job. Okay, and this is where parent involvement would help you. Okay. So what we're going to say is that whatever your job is, this is your money. This is how much money you make a month. Okay. Now, as an adult, I have to make monthly payments on everything. So I have a new truck. I got to make a payment every month. I got to make a payment on my house. Excuse me. I got to buy groceries. I got to do certain things. So we've just given you four things. Okay. But these are things that most adults do monthly. All right. So I am so sorry. This is how much money we're going to start with. So, what I want you to do is decide what kind of car you're going to buy. This is going to be your monthly payment. Okay. So, this is how much I have. If I buy a used car, that means I just spent $250. Okay. So, now if I have to subtract that off, that means I only have 2250 left. Okay. Then choose what kind of house you want to live in, buy your groceries for the month, do your taxes, okay? And you can make this as serious as you want. If your parents are involved and they want to give you the exact numbers that they use, by all means, please do so. You don't have to. You do not have to use the 2,500. You can use whatever. If your parents want to share their values with you, use their values, and you do not have to stop after 4. All right, because when you get down here, it says these are just a few of the monthly bills. Write down as many other bills. So we've given you lots of places here. So you can do more than 4. You can do all the bills. If your parents want to take you through how they spend their money every month and what are the payments they have to make, then they can do that. All right. But just a little taste of what the grown up world is. And, the money that we get is not necessarily money that we always get to pocket. There are things that we have to do. All right. And it's always interesting to see how much money we have left over at the end. So I encourage you, get your parents involved, get someone older involved, maybe even an older sibling. We've done Reality Day for the middle school for, I don't even know, as long as I can remember, 18, 19 years at this point. So if you've got an older sibling, they probably remember going through Reality Day. They can help you. Okay. So have some fun with it. But definitely do some research up here. All right, do some research and make this as detailed as you want to make it. It's all for fun, it's all for practice, it's all supposed to be eye opening for you. All right, so you realize that it is going to take some money to survive in the world when you get out and get done with your education. So we'll send that out on Wednesday. All right, good luck, have fun with it, and I can't wait to hear back from you. Stay healthy, young Padawans. May the 4th is coming. See ya.